your political theater to Texas.
This is not about political theater.
And it was more political theater than anything.
It's nothing more than pure political theater.
It's pure political theater.
Idolater, your soul is required in hell.
The president has plenary authority.
Stephen? Stephen? Hey, Stephen, can you hear me?
Oh, welcome, everyone. Welcome to Political Theater with Dr. T. I am Dr. T. I think Dr. H is coming. I don't know. You know, Black people are always late. 99.3 times out of 100. Folks just show up late. But that's okay, because I'm here. I think I'm gonna keep that Nino Brown clip in the intro because it's just relevant, right? Stephen Miller glitched out, but he didn't glitch. Welcome to Political Theater with Dr. T. It is Tuesday, October 7th. I feel like October 7th is an important day, but it'll come to me at some point. Thank you. Great to see you all in the chat. Love it. We do have a lot to cover today, so I am gonna kick it off. I've been trying some things. Please, I know the clip won't get me monetized. Listen, the monetization goals are out of the window. The world is falling apart. Like, the world is burning. How am I supposed to keep it PG when the world is falling apart? How am I supposed to be girl next door when all I really want to do is talk about how I'm not a bad bitch and I'm not a savage? Shout out to Crabstick Swift, all the Swifties. All the Swifties turning against their girl next door queen because her man has heavy meat. Here we are. All right, folks. So you know what? There's a lot that's been going on. ICE has been on some Call of. Okay, I keep calling it Call of Duty. I keep calling these ICE raids and things Call of Duty because so many of the men, and it is primarily men, so many of the men that are working for ICE and doing these kinds of raids, admittedly, are doing so because they can't get other jobs. I was listening to a podcast recently on NPR, and I wish I had the clip here, but they were interviewing people who were kind of like, I guess there was a recruiting event for ICE, agents or whatever, and they started asking people like why they were there. And so some people were saying, I want to protect the country, that's my duty as an American citizen. Excuse me. One woman said that she had a federal job and she lost that job in all of the cuts and she needed the money. And then one guy said, he was coming and looking for work, and they asked him, well, what position are you looking for? And he was like, probably, with the deportation teams or whatever. And they said, why? And he was like, because I won't qualify for anything else. So let's be real about this. Are we going to be honest? Are we going to tell the truth? They can't get other jobs. These are people who either economically stratified, right? Because, the economic anxiety, and I don't like some of the ways that people were kind of being dismissive about the economic anxiety among, disenfranchised white people, because it is true. And a lot of it comes from Trump's first term, right? And then COVID happened. So there are a lot of disenfranchised white people who have economic anxiety. Okay, cool. Not saying that's the whole thing, but we shouldn't dismiss that because people who need money, are desperate and they will do anything. So if ICE is saying we're going to give you a $50,000 bonus, which they recently just said that they can't guarantee it, right? If they're saying that they're going to give you a $50,000 bonus, if they're saying they're going to clear your student loans, which they also can't guarantee now, that's appealing for someone whose back is against the wall, 2 babies under age 3, money is not coming in, barely finished, college or high school, I should say, has been struggling to make ends meet. That job is perfect because all you've been doing at home is playing Call of Duty anyway. This is your time. This is the time for you to do what you need to do. You've been preparing for this since you were 19 years old, buddy. You get with your friends, you put that headset on, buddy, you put your sunglasses on just to make it feel authentic in your basement, and you're playing Call of Duty. And that is why you're qualified. Okay, so I feel you. Like, listen, y'all. It's hard out here. The jobs are scarce. I'm grateful for every opportunity I have to earn some money. I wish that we didn't have to earn money to survive, right? I wish that food was free. Water was free. I've been yawning so much today, y'all. And my diaphragm gets collapsed. Let me adjust maybe my pants are too tight. I don't know. Let me sit up, right? I don't want to be yawning through this whole thing. But anyway, the economy is what it is. And we can't act like it's not. We can't act like people ain't struggling. So that's what we're going to do. Hold on.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Are you not ready? Are you eating? Go back. Okay, bye. So I'll keep talking. Folks. Like I'm figuring out all of my tech stuff now. I'll let Dr. Hall finish eating. You're not gonna be eating on my show. I get to eat on my show. You don't get to eat on the show. All right. So ICE has been running through. ICE has been in Chicago, right? So speaking of Call of Duty, ICE agents came in rappelling from Black Hawk helicopters just to make a video. I don't know if people know that. That's what the whole point of that video. And I'm not going to show it. And I've decided, guys, there's only certain things I'm going to be showing. All right, Dr. Hall, you say that you're ready for prime time.
Ready for prime time.
And yet I pull you in and you're still chewing.
I ate a grape because I didn't know if you were going to have me back.
Chat, welcome Dr. Hall to the show.
Hi, everybody.
Dr. Hall is our resident guest. He's a very smart person. He likes to weigh in on these things.
Decently smart.
We like to have a little bit of male balance. Do we like it?
I mean, one in the chat if I get to stay.
And now you're taking over the show. I'm the one who gets to say that.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, good to see you, Dr. Hall. How's life? Everything's good with you?
Everything's pretty good. I was a decent therapist today.
Okay, we didn't ask all of that, but thank you for letting us know.
You actually did ask how was my day.
I did. All right. So there's been some issues lately. So I'm not going to show that propaganda video that they made of them, the whole sweep that they did of this housing complex.
Can we talk for a second about how the propaganda in this administration is so horrible? How far past are we where we don't, as a society, stop and go, this is inhumane, what we're putting out there as propaganda out of the actual White House? We're in yellow journalism territory. This is full on propaganda being released by our federal government. And everybody's like, okay, that's just what things are now. You get trolled by your own president.
Dr. Hall, can you explain to the chat what yellow journalism is?
Oh no, do I got to explain the reference?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Trying to be big and brainy.
Well,
I'm messing with you, but no, you're correct. And so what's interesting, because, I follow the account or whatever, and I'll sometimes share when it's beyond ridiculous. It's even gotten to the point where I'm just like, this is okay. It's not even shocking anymore. I'm just seeing this and I'm like, and the thing is, but the comments are filled with people who are just like, This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. But more often as I'm looking, I'm seeing that even like MAGA is kind of like, no. Dr. Hall, I think you're breaking up. Is he frozen? I think you're
Was I
frozen.
breaking up? Do I have a bad signal? I see you.
You might have a bad signal.
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, you were kind of frozen for a little bit.
But I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, okay. So the MAGA is turning on them. Definitely conservatives, because conservatives have been like, look, I'm conservative, but this is ridiculous. This is embarrassing. This is, all of these things. And so a tide is turning. And I think with the government shutdown, I think all the folks that have these federal jobs that are not going to get paid, right? Because it is the beginning of the month. And we're on what, day 6 of the shutdown? Was it 6?
Day 6, yes.
I believe it's
Since the first.
6.
We're at day 6. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
so we're on
calling
day
it the second
6.
week, but really it's the 6th day. Yes.
Right. And so rent is due.
Yeah.
Rent is due.
Rent still due. Rent still due.
Mortgage is due.
Car payments due. Yes.
Car payments are due. A lot of electric bills.
Gas, electric due.
Gas and electric are due.
Garbage is due. Sanitation.
You gotta pay the sewer. You gotta pay the water guy. Trash disposal.
And people's working. People working. They trying to keep them planes in the sky right now, and those are government employees that make sure the
kids need
planes
lunch
don't
money.
touch each other in the sky.
The kids need lunch money. The babysitter, the au pair needs to be paid because the au pair has to pay rent.
Yes, apparently. I mean, sometimes you get them to live with you, so they're convenient and they're always downstairs.
Dr. Hall, we're not promoting slavery on this show.
No, I wasn't calling it slavery. They should, they should be paid a living wage.
Utilities keep going up. Katie in the chat, utilities are going up, particularly
they
if
keep
you
going
live
up.
in,
Well, I mean, you need data centers.
In states like New Jersey, right? That's what Mickey Sherrill is running on. Her thing is day one, I'm lowering your electric bill. No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I could say it.
But it sounds good.
It does sound good. People want that. I mean,
good.
hey, you're connecting with people if you say you're going to do things for them personally.
So ICE kind of took over this, housing complex, kind of like Nino Brown and New Jack City did with the car.
Full on Nino Brown, yes.
Full on Nino Brown. And they used it to make content because these ICE agents were promised that they would get souvenir videos of their live action Call of Duty.
2 birds with one stone. Yeah.
So that's what it was. So they go into Chicago, go into this housing complex, say they're looking for illegal criminals.
Yes.
What they end up doing is what, Dr. Hall? They end up pulling Black people and other U.S. citizens. What you say?
Out their beds at night. Yes.
Okay, I can't hear you over me.
You can't. I'm sorry.
So you're gonna have to just give it a beat.
Yes.
Okay, just a beat.
Let you go.
Okay. Friends, I've had half an edible. I'm just gonna be full disclosure here.
Okay.
So they come and they grabbing grandma. Big Mama got pulled out her house. Big Mama did not have a bra on. Big Mama had the moo
in the wind,
flapping
in the wind.
They pulled her out the house. Wouldn't even let her put on a bra.
Breathing the night air. Breathing that night air.
Had her doing it.
No,
Big
she ain't
Mama,
supposed to be out there with that night air.
Big Mama had just finished the macaroni and cheese. Just finished.
Just put it away. Just wrapped it in the foil.
She's and here comes Brandon rappelling down the side of her damn window, breaking in,
coming in the window,
jumping out.
Front door right there. Ain't no reason.
The front door was right there, but Brandon said no.
No, he got a chance.
I'm coming in through the window. Forget the fact that I'm scraping my nuts on these child protective bars. Okay, I'm coming into your house. And you know why he did it? Because when he was younger, he had a black nanny that made macaroni and cheese, and he smelled it.
Reminded him of Big Mama's house. Reminded him of his Big Mama.
Oh God!
Had to be in there. Couldn't wait. Trash the place. Looking for the mac and cheese.
We have to be funny. Listen, Black people and dark humor.
The knocked over the shelves and whatnot.
Everything.
Cabinets.
Everything. And so they pulled out Big Mama.
Now
Kayvon just got home.
Mm-hmm.
He just did a 15-year bid. He just got home.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma. Because here come Popo busting up in the house.
The Gestapo.
Guns drawn.
Full
he
out.
just did 15 years. He just survived correction officers for 15 years.
He don't sleep at night. He don't sleep at night.
He survived Big Rob. Your man just wanted to be home.
Yes.
All because he got caught on a little bit of weed. A little bit of weed. They sent him for 15 years. Wasn't right. Actually, he was sentenced to 3, but in year 2, he got into a fight. They added 5, and it just kept going. But he did 15 years, and now he's home.
He did his time.
Trying to turn his life around. Because you know what? The next day, he had a meeting. He had a group meeting.
Right.
It was the anti-recidivism group. He was going.
Yeah.
Kayvon was ready.
He's committed.
And on Thursday, Kayvon had an AA meeting because he's handling his addiction.
Yeah. Doing his best out here.
Here comes Cody through the front goddamn door, gun
waited
drawn.
on his life for this moment to be first through the door.
And Kayvon, PTSD, he's done.
Reactivated.
Reactivated, goes, grabs the gun, sprays it, let it spray. That's what I imagine probably was happening. But anyway, in all seriousness, folks, ICE,
he got zip tied and taken away because
they got zip tied. They zip tied people.
Took away 37 people and messed up all those
grandparents, vulnerable people who had nothing to do with nothing, and they took people. They were asking people for their names and information and running to see if they had warrants unrelated to immigration. So. Even if you had a war, they said that they was going. This is ICE, by the way, guys. ICE is immigration. That is their job.
I mean,
they're supposed to be focused on so-called illegal immigrants. So they can come in, though, and they can say, I'm going to run your name and your information. If you have any warrants for any arrest, I'm taking you in.
I mean, what are the rules? We'll just sweep. We'll just catch and carry. You know, what is it called? Catch a release. Catch a release. Just catch a release. It's a viable strategy that we've used before. And it works.
But it's not just Chicago.
No, I'd like to for a second point out. They say they arrested 37 people. You know what we didn't see? We didn't see the gang perp walk where they brought those 37
You know
people.
what? You ain't lying.
Because we know dope on the table.
You made a statement. You made a statement. There was no perp walk.
Right.
There was no
who'd you
perp
catch?
walk.
Did you catch a bunch of people with random warrants for like
and that's really what it was. Because before, in all their other videos, they love showing how they're chaining people up, perp walking them, all of that kind of stuff. And so we did not see that happen this time. All we got was some nighttime content for, like I said, they promised them, if you do this, we're going to give you a video souvenir of your live action COD. And that was what that was.
Yeah.
And so no, Brandon and Cody and Jackson and Connor and Billy, they all now have video proof that they got to do live action Call of Duty.
Right.
So here we are. All right. So, but it's not, and then they tasered. Oh, the other thing is that they accidentally tear gassed the Chicago police. Okay. So Chicago police were caught in clouds of tear gas during clashes with protests in the city on Saturday after ICE deployed the chemical agent. Now, here's what I do know, or what I heard is that, the police are not assisting ICE, I heard. And so
if you're not forced or against.
Right. And so them being, I guess, kind of monitoring the protest situation, because that's what they do. Similarly, in Portland, what the mayors of Portland and Chicago are saying is that we got this. All right. We're used to the protests. We know how to manage our own protests. So the police are there because people are protesting. Right. But here comes ICE with the flashbangs.
All the toys.
And the tear gas.
Why do I bring the toys if I can't use them?
So that's also happening in Portland. And it's been really interesting because the Portland folks have actually been trolling people. And it's been interesting because they're dressing up in costumes and stuff. I saw a clip of them doing the cha-cha slide, but no cha-cha.
No, on the 2 and 4, not on the 2 and 4.
The other day was the first day I learned that white people don't know how to cha-cha, because he really said cha-cha real smooth, and they was like, I was like, what was that? You don't know how to
just have a good time.
cha-cha?
Just get up there and have
You
a
don't
good
know
time.
how to cha-cha real smooth?
No, just have a good time.
Am I-
Just have a good time. Hey, just move your
Am I
body.
tripping?
Move your
Y'all
body.
don't-
That's what it's about. It's just about having a good time on the floor.
And he's
To the
giving
left.
clear directions. He's saying one hop this time. And
One
like
hop.
some people were still looking at each other like, what do we do? He said one hop this time.
And then follows it with 2 hops this time.
2 hops this time. Okay,
Take it back
right?
now, y'all.
And he's telling them to take it back, and some were moving forward.
Well, because they're just.
And then he said, slide to the left, and some slid to the right. There was 2 times.
Newfangled black dances, all right?
There was 2 times where I said your other left. It just came out.
And
And then he said cha-cha real smooth, and they were like, and I was like, do white people not know how to cha-cha?
No, not all of them. Hey, there's some white people who love a good line dance, and then there are.
So Dr. Hall, here's my opinion on what's going on.
Give it to me.
We've been talking about this for a minute, y'all, and y'all in the chat, those who have been around and following me for a long time, they're trying to get us to go in the streets, right?
Yeah,
and they haven't been able to do that, which is why they're making a whole thing. He wanted to invade. Donald Trump also is playing a video game. He wanted to invade. He wanted to have some action.
Give
He's
him a
trying
good
to
invasion. Come on.
Well, he's trying to create a war because he believes that if we're at war, then we can't have elections, and he's trying to make sure that we don't have elections.
Also, he's using war powers to enact his agenda. So if he can say we're at war, then he can do whatever he wants. If we're not at war, then there's supposed to be checks and balances.
Right. It's supposed to be checks and balances. Right.
But
as soon as you're in wartime, the president has like sole power, whatever the situation is. So he's trying to do that. But the thing is that and he actually called out the Democrats last week, and he was just like, I thought it'd be harder than this, basically. He's like, and we all been talking about calling the Democrats feckless, weak, not really, about nothing. Every time Hakeem Jeffries speaks, I want to jump off a bridge.
Milk toast. I like the word. I like
milk toast is great. Yes, right? Excellent word. And they have a lackadaisical approach to taking care of that, right? And so, yes, right. Did you have to add something else? I had a great word there, and we could have just kept going.
Gotta earn my keep.
So, but they thought that the Dems would fall into the streets. That No King's Day, where they had bouncy houses and street festivals at different places. Trump didn't even care at all about that. Everybody was reporting it, but they didn't care. And now they're trying to do it again. They're trying to do on October 18th, another No King's Day, and they were telling people to register.
Yeah, RSVP. You want to RSVP for the protest?
I don't understand. Dr. Hall, help me understand. Why would you RSVP for a protest?
So that you can get the emails. You can be on the email list. That way and we can send you more information.
Well,
this is just good administration right here. That's what you do. You don't admin a protest? I don't know.
Hold on one second. I gotta put my banner
up. Make sure you're caught up.
I gotta put my banner up. That No King shit is a op. Just so y'all know. What? And here's what it is. No, here's what it is. And this is my theory. Many years ago, remember when Michael Moore led all those people to the airport to protest and had all these people, like they took to the streets, and he took these people to the goddamn airport. And all I said to myself was, yo, that's Fed time if y'all get popped. Like you're on anything that you do at an airport, at a casino, that's Fed time.
It should be Fed time, shouldn't it? Shouldn't it be Fed time?
So he took them, and all these people followed along, and we're just going to follow this filmmaker, right, who happens to be an activist sometimes. And I was just like, you all are not thinking this through. And I've been paying attention, and like they're not thinking this thing through, right? So I read somebody said that white people are struggling to confront white supremacy because they've never had to before. And in my mind, I also said men are being forced to, confront patriarchy in a way that they've never had to before, because so much of this is patriarchal, right? This dominance, these shows, the displays of dominance and control and power are patriarchal,
father,
right?
Do not question father.
Absolutely, right? And grown people have been calling Donald Trump daddy, and so we're not even going to get into that. But what was I saying, Dr. Hall?
You were saying that no kings is an option. And
Oh, yes, thank you very much. No kings.
registering people
So,
so that the
that was a
federal
moment.
government,
That
so that
was
the
a
FBI can have their information for later use when they want to round people up or sweep them up or just, drop hammers in random directions.
I was gone.
And with that, I'll eat a grape.
I don't even know where I was.
We got you there.
No, but no, yeah. So they're trying to do the No King's Day on October 18th, and of course, there are a lot of white ladies who are kind of spiraling out and mad that we are saying that you should probably not sign up for our protest. What did Hank say? Hank said something funny. Everybody laughing. Why y'all laughing? I've been signing up the people who caused my work injury. They're all MAGA.
Nice. Nicely done, Hank. Nicely done.
That is so good. That is so good. Oh my God.
You'll get the emails.
So please don't. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. If you feel like going to one of them demonstrations is your thing, go ahead and do it. I have organized multi-state, multi-country demonstrations. I understand the power of community and things like that. But also, I just want to inform you all, the reason why I brought up the Michael Moore thing at the airport is because all they've been doing is monitoring resistance or attempts at resistance. So they can get a sense of what kind of artillery and weapons they need to take us out as needed, right? If they need to make us succumb to and fall under, they're already, like, if you've read the Hunger Games and you remember the peacekeepers, right?
Yeah.
ICE is currently functioning as the peacekeepers. Somebody said ever since ICE has been doing raids, you ain't seen the Proud Boys marching. Because they became ICE agents. So the peacekeepers were people who were probably somewhat decent at some point, fell in line, and are terrorizing people and keeping folks in line. Every No King's Day, all they are doing is planting their own operatives in the crowds. They are doing facial scans and collecting all of your biometric data, and you don't even realize it. They're right there next to you. The person next to you saying "fuck Trump" is probably an agent that is getting all of your information, and you've probably started talking to them because you want to build community. And now they know what you get your phone number, and you took your phone out for more than 30 seconds. So they zapped everything off your phone while you were standing there. And so it's just, I don't understand, because people are really ignorant and they go to these things. And I'm like, okay, you act like y'all have never seen a Mission Impossible, a Jason Bourne film, any of these films about espionage, the CIA, the corruption of the United States. Y'all think that shit is purely fictional. But please understand that please understand that the United States government, the CIA, the FBI, all of these people are all they're doing is surveying. How many people came out the first time in Portland? Now let's see how many come out the second time. Let's get an average. Let's get an understanding. Okay, in Omaha, Nebraska, they had a No King's Day the first time. Where were they? How much space did they take up? Oh, second time, they meeting in the same damn spot. They are actually stupid enough to meet in the same spot they met as the first one. Okay, so now let's see, how many streets they cover this time. Then they gather this data, and this is how they begin to make plans to effectively suppress any resistance. So the next time an uprising, y'all think, no, not the next time. When there is an uprising in Omaha for the first time, they've already got all the intel they need to be able to suppress it. They know who's the likely people that's going to be there. Why? Because they were at both No King's protests. So they know who's going to be there.
You can show up at your house.
They're going to show up right at your house before you even get out there. Okay. And you're done. And so, and it's like when we're talking about this stuff, it's not that we're just like, oh, you're so stupid and you don't know anything. It's like, yo, this is not safe. And your recklessness is going to harm other people. Okay. And we tell people to wear masks because these are super spreader COVID events, and COVID is spreading rapidly. And they're not telling us because the CDC is not allowed to tell us. I'm sorry. I've got to text this, but they're not allowed to tell us what's going on. So You all are going to go out to these demonstrations on October 18th, these super spreader events. And because you're not real activists, you won't be covering your face. So everybody else, please just at least wear a mask if you're going to go out there. Cover your everything. Okay? All we need to see is this. I don't care if it's 80 degrees. That's all we need to see. Okay? If you don't want to wear a ski mask because it's kind of wool or whatever, wear a regular mask and then put a bandana so that all that's showing is this. Okay? If you're in a city that the president has talked about taking down, wear some goggles. Be smart enough to protect your eyes and wear some goggles. They may have tear gas. They may have bullets, or the rubber bullets and all those kinds of things. That lady went blind. She got hit with a rubber bullet. We don't want that to happen. Okay. Yes, they do need to be in shot. I was saying put them in the shiesties. But some of the audience might not know what a shiesty is. Dr. Hall, what is a shiesty?
Is it a mask, right?
It's a mask.
Shiesty is a mask that one wears that covers the majority of the face.
Let me show.
Yes.
Let's show because. Okay.
Here's a picture of a shiesty. You want to be able to see that?
Yeah, I got it right here. This is a shiesty.
Share with the class.
Okay, something that covers your whole situation. So I'm not saying wear this one. Okay, I'm not saying wear that one.
Yeah,
because that one is hot, and in it's 80 degrees in the Northeast right now, and it's October. But maybe you get something breathable like that. If you want to do the pink pussy hat thing, do that. Cover your face up.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. I'm not asking you to do too much. All right, Dr. Hall, we got more in the docket. Dr. Hall,
more in the docket.
Trump, just to wrap up this whole thing, Trump was trying to invoke the Insurrection Act. Then they asked him again. He's like, he's not sure. But DHS Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin said in the press release, if J.B. Pritzker actually walked the streets of his own city, he would see domestic terrorists and violent rioters attacking police officers and the scourge of violent crime as a direct result of his own policies. Now, she's just making shit up. No place is 100% safe. Yes, it's Chicago has had issues. Philly has had issues. Baltimore has had issues. These cities have had issues because of racism and classism and this divestment and all this stuff like that. Yes. We're not going to sit here and say there's no crime in Chicago. We're not going to sit here and say people don't get shot on the weekends in Chicago. They do. Okay?
Sure.
But Fort Worth just had 4 shootings, and I bet y'all didn't hear about it. 4 shootings. 4 people shot in Fort Worth. Okay? That's Texas. That's Governor Abbott.
Nothing to see that.
He's not sending the National Guard into Fort Worth. Right?
He's not asking for it.
So we understand this for what that is. But so her using this language of domestic terrorists, and also she was just basically trying to suggest that he does not he's disconnected from the people because he's been portrayed in the media. He seemed like he's a man of the people. He's a billionaire. He comes from a billionaire family. But he's been a lifelong Democrat, has always been an advocate for the underserved. And they're trying to separate him, trying to make him seem like, well, he's one of those wealthy elites that you all hate so much. Yeah, he is a wealthy elite. And we do hate him. But we're going to eat him after Beyonce. So we just save them to the end. Right. Okay. So, all right, let's talk about Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi.
Oh, wait, no. Wait.
Okay.
No, let's do Pam Bondi. Hold on. Pam Bondi had a bad day, y'all. Pam Bondi probably had one of the worst days of her life today. Everybody was coming for her. Okay.
She was not ready for prime time.
She was not. Let's watch this.
So I appreciate the openness to further amending.
Wait.
702.
Hold on.
At your
what just happened here? Wait. I'm sorry, y'all. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what just happened with the sound. Give me a second.
Take a second.
Dr. Hall, be entertaining, please.
Hi, everybody. How's it going?
Okay.
It's Tuesday in October, and so glad to be on here with everybody, and I hope your day's going well. I hope
put a 2 in the chat because he sucks at this. All right,
Dr.
let's
T
try
and
again.
Dr.
Let's try again.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you. We're going to be working on 702, so I appreciate the openness to further amending 702. At your confirmation hearing, you assured me that it is the Department of Justice's decision to determine what cases will be prosecuted. Last month, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia was forced out. President Trump then posted the message behind me asking about prosecuting James Comey. You then appointed a new U.S. attorney who within days secured an indictment against James Comey. That social media post behind me saying, "What about Comey?" was directed to Pam. Are you the Pam that the president was referring to?
I'm sure I was.
So
I hate her.
it's very clear to me that when the president posts something like that, that he considers the DOJ to be his firm and you his lawyer. And in fact, very shortly after the post to you, Comey gets indicted. Last year, President Trump's new now border czar, Tom Homan, was videotaped taking a bag with $50,000 in cash from undercover FBI.
Can y'all please look at this? Can y'all please
To
look
work
at this?
goes down the street from the White House.
Listen to me when I say one of my favorite things about these hearings is seeing one of their staffers come and hold up a wild ass sign. Okay, here we go.
FBI agents after suggesting he could help with government contracts. Sounds like a bribe. 2 weeks ago, DOJ officials reportedly shut down the bribery investigation into Mr. Homan. Ms. Bondi, did you approve closing the Homan investigation, bribery investigation? Just get rid of that.
Look at her.
Senator Hirono, as I stated earlier, the Department of Justice and the FBI conducted a thorough review, and they found no credible evidence of any wrongdoing.
So I just want everybody to kind of look at Pam Bondi real quick, because she, first of all, and I don't like to talk too much about people's looks and age and stuff, but she has aged a lot, okay, since she's had this position. And it's funny because she's lying every day. Like, and I wanted to show you all a little clip of Caroline Leavitt, because she is totally stressed out, but I can't figure out why I can't get, can you just say test real quick? You.
Test.
I'm hearing you in my ear, but when I'm trying to play the stuff, it's not playing to my ear, and I don't know why it's playing out of this. And I'm like, that's not what I want. Hearing it. Go, because I had put it on mute. Yeah. So that it wouldn't echo. All right, we're gonna try it again. We've got Caroline Leavitt. She's been crashing out lately. I want y'all to just pay attention in oh my God.
Unfortunately, are continuing to play political games. And we are now in day 6 of the Democrat federal government shutdown. Millions of American federal workers are under enormous financial stress as a result, wondering how they will pay their bills.
So notice how she is shifting from one leg to the next one. She's very unsure of herself. Okay. Also, notice what's missing from around her neck. That damn cross.
And take care of their families. If the Democrats do not open the government tonight, federal workers will not receive their next full paycheck. Additionally, the special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children will run out of federal money very soon.
So she's bringing up WIC as if they care at all about WIC. They want to get rid of WIC. So this is nonsense.
They're cutting the budget that they're pushing forward is cutting WIC.
Fruits and vegetables and other healthy foods for low-income families. It can be easily fully funded if Democrats simply vote tonight to reopen the government. Also, our incredible military service members who risk their lives through motivations. We have to set the record straight with the facts so the American people understand what's really at play here. House Republicans passed a clean and nonpartisan funding bill to keep the government open and ensure our troops and other hardworking Americans are paid.
That's a lie, Dr. Hall. That's
Obviously a lie. If it was nonpartisan, then how could the
Every
Dems be the
single
ones holding it
House
up?
Democrat except one voted against this clean and nonpartisan funding bill. Senate Republicans have subsequently tried to pass this same clean funding.
So all they're doing is lying, right? But I want you to just kind of look at her disposition. Like Pam Bondi was also like kind of struggling a bit. Caroline is too. And it's like every day now she's getting worse and worse and worse. She's getting more frenzied, more harried. And it's but she has to keep lying, right? Because like you talked about propaganda, but she has to keep saying this. She has to keep saying this because the pushback against the Republicans is so huge right now. It is like major pushback, and they didn't expect that. And so their own people are turning against them. They're being flooded with phone calls. The representatives and the senators, they're all being flooded with phone calls and all kind of stuff. People are upset, and they are blaming the Republicans. All the polls are showing that the majority of Americans blame the Republicans for this. And they thought that their spin and making it a Democrat shutdown, while they continue to show those stupid memes and AI that they're using, the racist AI, the xenophobic AI that they're using, it's not working.
Yeah.
It's just not working. So
you can't just hide a reality from people.
Right.
If you just say
all
it
right,
enough times,
so
people believe it, right?
True. All right, so I got the SCOTUS. We have to talk about the SCOTUS. Our good sis Katie is here. SCOTUS conversion therapy.
Oh,
Y'all.
Back at it again.
All right. So here's what's happening.
I'm delivered.
The Supreme Court is hearing a case basically originating out of Washington state. But it will apply to other states as well. Matter of fact, let me actually show you all this so you can see this map of places where we're talking about this. All right. So the legal status of conversion therapy for minors. You can look here. The dark blue is completely banned. Purple there's a partial ban. The mustard color is the bans are prohibited, right? So basically you cannot ban conversion therapy in those places. What is that, Dr. Hall? That's Indiana. That is Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida, right?
Yep. Indiana.
Okay. Yeah, and then the gray is there's no ban, but they're not prohibited. So all of these states, there's no ban. It's not really a thing. Right. Okay. So everybody got to see that, right? So basically what's happening is this woman, she's a Christian counselor, like she does that. She does, Dr. Hall. Yeah. I heard that. She's a Christian therapist, probably got her degree from Liberty, right? Yeah, or some Bible school, and paid $4,500 for it. She's saying that it violates her First Amendment rights if conversion therapy is banned. Now, Dr. Hall, what is conversion therapy for the people in the chat that don't know what conversion therapy is? Can you explain it from your point of view?
Therapy intended to change the sexual orientation or gender identity of the individual. So it's the idea that with the right type of therapy, you can make a person not want to be themselves. And there are people who believe it and who champion it. And we have been doing a lot of work over the past decade or two to stamp it out, but it remains. And now
Umar Johnson did conversion therapy. He promoted himself in conversion therapy back in the day. That was the thing. taking black boys and making sure that they're not gay, taking black girls and converting them to gay.
Oh, okay.
That was this thing. Yeah, I don't think he does it anymore.
Yeah.
But I know that was kind of what he was promoting. I'm a black child psychologist. Right. So, so hold on one second. Let me get to the doctor. Yeah. So conversion therapy is something that really unintelligent people believe in, but we're not going to be dismissive of it because it has harmed so many young people.
It is insidious. Yes.
It is insidious, and it's aligned with the troubled teen industry, right? Did you finish the Unwind series? I know you had it.
I have not finished.
Okay.
I'm wait for the second book.
But the Unwind series is really about the troubled teen industry and basically this hatred that the society seems to have for adolescents and teenagers, particularly among white people. They, like, instead of loving these children, they see them as assets. Parents are deciding that their kids are just troubled and therefore need to be sent away. They need to be sent to these torturous, abusive programs to correct them, to fix them, right? Black people will send you to prison for a scared straight program and call it a day. White people will send you to a conversion camp or some kind of troubled teen camp for years because they don't want to deal with you because they think you're oppositional and defiant. When the truth is, they haven't heard you say I love you in about 10 years.
No hugs. 0 hugs.
No hugs. None of that. You know, all of that stuff. You threaten to cut them off all the time. Everything. Like, you know. So we have this troubled teen industry. I know Paris Hilton spoke up about that, brought a lot of attention to that. You know, and there's a lot of that going on. This film Wayward, this television series, right, that's out right now. What is it on Hulu or Netflix? It's one of them. Starring Toni Collette. Just watched it. It's about the troubled teen industry and how vile and disgusting it is. And conversion therapy relies on this idea that you don't know who you are. And I like the way you phrased that, Dr. Hall, because you said, you know, it's trying to change who they are. It assumes that a teenager does not know who they are, that they couldn't possibly know what their sexual desires are or what their gender is, whatever. Like, they think that they know, but they don't really know. But those are the same people. Those are the same people who will say that they should be forced to have children. You're telling the people that you think don't know who they are, you're going to force them to have babies. That's a whole nother thing, right? Yeah. Cool. But the SCOTUS, so the Supreme Court of the United States, they're saying that the Supreme Court seemed open to this argument, right? And they argue that Colorado, because the same thing was happening in Colorado, I believe. They said Colorado didn't consider less restrictive alternatives to a conversion therapy ban, and that Colorado can't prove the counseling causes harm. And so if the court was in their favor, Washington's law could find itself on shaky legal footing, says Axios, okay? So they were saying out in Washington that they intentionally drafted the law to protect religious freedom. So there's a loophole somewhere out there, right? He said, but any move backward on protecting LGBTQ youth is a big concern, okay? This is Marco Leas, the Democrat, you know, from out there. So they're supposed to get a ruling by June. It's really horrifying because it would basically mean that people can torture young queer and trans youth. And we're not playing, like, when we say torture, we mean shock therapy, performing lobotomies, like all these kinds of things that have happened over the decades to especially young white gay men. Black people couldn't afford those things and weren't allowed, right? But so many young white gay men were sent to those treatment programs or those camps to be converted, and they premised, like, made it seem like it was a religious premise, but there was nothing religious happening there, nothing godly happening there, nothing but abuse and torture. And of course, they end up hiring the kinds of people who would abuse children. So even if the young people said this counselor assaulted me or whatever, nobody's going to believe them because they've already designated the young people as bad. and untrustworthy. So they want to go back to that.
Right.
And Dr. Hall, I need us to think just for like 2 minutes about why this is the focus right now. I know that, people have been talking about we're about to move back to a slave economy, all these kinds of things. They're talking about locking people up. Stephen Miller says that we need to go from 350 million down to 100 million. So we know they're talking about how they want to cull the population. They want to kill people, whatever, blah, blah. But Dr. Hall, tell me what is, because I know it's so my theory, Dr. Hall, please let me know if you think not enough babies, right? So any way that they can get these gay kids back to being gay, right? You got to get them back to this so that they can go and procreate, because it's not enough for us to just leave them alone, right? Okay, you're gay, fine. You don't, because you've accepted Christ or whatever, you saying, well, I'm not going to live the gay lifestyle. I'm just going to be single for the rest of my life or whatever. That's not good enough for them. Because they actually need you to be heterosexual and to find a wife and to have babies, because the population is dwindling. The white population is dwindling. What do you think, Dr. Hall?
I think there is a certain amount of cultural anxiety about definitely birth rates, but also when we think about othering and how it often occurs. There's a reason that, Grindr goes heavy when there's a Republican convention in town, because I just can't stop thinking about men's genitals. And so the idea that they might be having sex with each other and having a good time just really makes me sick to my stomach. Mostly. I get a weird feeling inside. So now I got to do something about that, man. I got to make sure they're not having such a good time. Like, everybody's just getting gay married now. What is that about? Just makes me weird. Now I got to do something about it. And now I can I got the rule of law on my side, so I'm gonna just pass all these restrictive laws that shut down even the ability for them to it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that they're not having all that fun gay sex. Why would they do that?
I just left you out there to do that one because that was very gay. We love it. We love gay shit over here, though. We gay over here. I was just letting him join us. I just quietly let him join us and let him sit there and talk for a whole minute about gay sex.
I'm just saying.
We never get it monetized, Dr. Hall.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Hall, we're not getting monetized.
Is that what I didn't go too far?
Dr. Hall. Okay, we got two things left to talk about.
Sure.
I want to revisit, and it's about Black men. So that's why I wanted to do this while you're here. I'm going to revisit the Trey Reed situation.
Okay.
And I'm going to talk about Dr. Ian Rogers. Is it Rogers? I believe it's Rogers.
Sure.
Roberts. All right.
Roberts.
So I want to show you all something real quick. Trey Reed, Dr. Hall, could you, as I'm pulling this up, can you remind people who Trey Reed is?
Trey Reed. Oh, geez. Do I have to have details? A young man who was found hanged on his college campus somewhere in the world. I'm forgetting the main details of it.
Mississippi.
But there was a lot of misinformation being spread about the young man's demise. Delta State University campus. He was found hanged in a public area. And immediately speculation came that he was lynched and that Black men do not hang themselves.
Right.
And that it couldn't be possible, and that he had been subject to all these different injuries. And there was never, at the time, the coroner had already stated that it wasn't foul play, but because of where we were, it happened right after Charlie Kirk. So everybody kind of jumped on it as this is proof that racial lynchings are still happening. And I'm not saying at all that they're not, but I do think, and that was what we said before, that we forget that suicide among Black men is a thing. When I was talking with a peer about this, we were talking about how we don't think about it, we don't talk about it, but in jail, hangings are pretty.
That's what they do. That's their go-to. And the reason it's not a tree is because they don't have access because they're behind bars. So okay. Right. So so this happened, right?
And so we forget that it is totally like everybody says Black men hang themselves.
You and I think there's a delay happening here. Y'all see a weird thing like his thing is not lining up. Is it okay? Dr. Hall, wave your hand, please. Dr. Hall? Oh, yeah, you're significant behind me. Dr. Hall, real quick, I need you to exit. No, I need you to exit and come back. Like exit the whole thing, the whole program, and then click the link again if you don't mind. Okay, thank you. All right, so what happened, y'all, was yes, this young man was found hanging, and like Dr. Hall said, there was a lot of speculation, and I said, wait a minute, y'all can't say that Black men don't hang themselves. And we talked about this before when Dr. Hall was here. Then the last time we were together, I had Keena come on, and we were talking about this, right? And understanding where it is, and understanding, yes, it could have been, but to say that it couldn't be anything other than that was problematic. And what ended up happening was people started spreading all of this misinformation and stuff like that. So the other day I saw people talking, and it was just like, I knew it. I knew they killed him. I knew blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wait a minute. Did I miss an official update on Trey Reed? I'm looking for official news source. Someone is in my replies being an asshole, because somebody came in to me like, well, now what you going to say now that we know the truth about what happened? And I was just like, what are you talking about? And I said, but what's the latest? Has there been more evidence released? Did they discover evidence of foul play? Last we checked, we were waiting for the toxicology report and video footage. Google isn't helping me, right? And the reason why I said that is because, oh, that's bright. Hold on. Oh, because you know what happened? I changed it because Dr. Hall's not here. So I was just like, you all know that I was talking about this last time. I brought up the New York Times article that no one seems to have read, which was a Black male journalist went down there and actually did some investigative journalism. And while I understand that investigative journalism is not something that people prefer these days, he actually went down there and talked to people. And one of the people he talked to, and I feel like his name is like Javion or something like that, last name Wallace, talked to him. He had seen Trey Reed the night before, and he said, that he's been seeing all the stuff on social media, and he does not like that people are making it racial. And he said, he was kind of being a little cryptic, but he said all the signs point to it not being a racial thing. And I'm like, so y'all don't want to listen to this person, but instead you want to believe the grandfather who said that they found his body in the room, which we know is not true. We know it's not true. They found his body hanging, but Grandpa says that it was found in the room. So now all of a sudden, because Grandpa said that, because Grandpa is, family, right? Then he must be true, but he was wrong. Okay. Right. Then somebody got on TikTok and said, oh, they broke his bones and stuff like that. You can't hang yourself with broken bones. No evidence whatsoever of broken bones. Did not come from the parents, did not come from the lawyers, nothing. But people spread that, right? Spread it. And I said, we have no proof that any broken bones, y'all. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
And Colin Kaepernick paid for an autopsy, and we're just waiting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Any official anything saying that the autopsy was ordered, Colin Kaepernick paid for it. We know they said that he offered to pay for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
No confirmation that it happened. Not from the family, not from Ben Crump, who is now representing them. Nothing. Okay. Then all of a sudden, somebody posts on Facebook, a friend of the family or activists organizers working close to the family, whatever the fucking tagline was, they're going to say, second autopsy proves that he was murdered, blunt force trauma to the head. And everybody was spreading this, right? Then this article comes up from, hold on, because I'm going to share this. The Clarion Ledger had one. Hold on. So you had this article that people were sharing with, putting in my mentions. And I was like, okay, who is doing autopsy on Trey Reed? What we know about the private hanging death, blah, blah, blah. This is September 30th, by the way. It says right here, a private autopsy report still has not yet been released to the public in the hanging death, blah, blah, blah. Had to be updated because that wasn't originally what they were saying. right? They were following, let me get the link. They were following this thing from the Chicago Crusader. Let me share this with you all so you can see exactly what I'm seeing. I'm not making it up. So this link, Dr. Hall, this link had to be put into my replies no less than like 50 times.
Yeah.
And primarily shared by white people, right?
Well,
and so me being the person that I am, the award-winning writer, right? I said, now the first thing I see, Dr. Hall, lynching by suicide, the rebranded face of America's racial violence. Off the rip, this is not a legitimate source.
No.
You're talking about lynching by suicide, so you're automatically calling a situation a lynching, right? And then it says the rebranded face of America's racial violence. That's assuming that America has racial violence. You can't do that in objective journalism. So I said to myself, I said, this is an opinion piece. Now note that it says updated October 2nd, right? Because originally, look at the, what does it say here? There's updates. Update 10.3. According to activists working with the family of Trey Reed and a verified source not authorized to publicly speak on the matter, a second independent autopsy revealed that he had blunt force trauma, all stuff like that. Now they put Crusader update 10.3. This was not updated on 10.3. It keeps saying that this is developing, blah, 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 blah. No, this is bullshit. This is a bullshit source. Okay. And they are citing the supposed activists who won't give their names, right? This is not a source that we can rely on. Okay.
No.
And so according to that source, Trey Reed had blunt force trauma, therefore he couldn't have hung himself. And I said, well, why is everybody? I said, this is happening in Mississippi. Why are you all sending me a link to the Chicago Crusader? I need a source from local. Okay, I get if CNN don't have it, Associated Press don't have it, Reuters don't have it. The local news is where we go for the most up-to-date information on these things. Nobody from around there was reporting on this. And as we pointed out last time when Keena was here, I said, they told people they're going to release the footage that they have. People will see for themselves, etc. My question was, if they identified people on that video, why is there no APB out for them? As much publicity, nationwide publicity as this case got, they would have immediately said, they would have released something that said, we saw two people, we saw whatever. Folks seem to think that this is some racist cover-up. The majority of the people involved are Black. This is a school that is pretty much half Black, half white. His friend that just saw him the night before said, it's not racial. And he's like, and I don't like what they're saying on social media, but we're not listening to them. We're listening to the Chicago Crusader that's writing a slanted piece, citing no real evidence. Well, what's the truth, Dr. Hall? What's the truth, Dr. Hall? Wait, let's show the people. Let me see, because I got a picture. I am actually using pictures now. Dr. Hall, I'm getting better with this. Look at this. When you look it up, folks, Black Enterprise, this is 2 days ago, okay? New autopsy suggests Trey Reed didn't die by suicide. This is Black Enterprise. This used to be a reputable magazine. It has not been in at least 10 years, but they're reporting this 2 days ago. Delta News, and still no second autopsy results on DSU student 2 hours ago. Mississippi Free Press, right? That's where you go, people. Go to the local papers. The facts. Trey Reed's second autopsy has not been released despite the rumors. BET talks about the misinformation. And then International Business Times out of UK says that the case update, the Copernic-funded autopsy confirms it wasn't suicide 2 days ago. Dr. Hall?
Yep. We don't know anything. We should all just wait and see what's going on. Just everybody take a minute. I know tensions are high. Let's just all take a beat and wait and see.
And people are upset. Somebody called me the C word and all kind of things out my name because they said I'm trying to cover up a lynching.
I mean,
like, Dr. Hall, are you kidding me? Like, what are you talking about?
You were a Black woman. Need to knock you down a peg or two. You might think too highly of yourself.
I was just like,
and you call yourself doctor. I mean, come on.
And she's a white mom biracial who is majoring in undergrad in Black history. That's what she said.
I'd like to throw a rock and hide my hand, please, if I could.
You white mom biracials, I'm sorry. Like, a lot of you are on struggle mode. I love you, but a lot of you are on struggle mode. And that's because many of you had daddies with issues.
Oh.
Self-loathing and self-hating issues. And they put a baby in a white woman to feel better about themselves, especially if you haven't seen him in 20 years.
I mean, how was that white mom
That's
supposed to teach
what
us
happened. And I know that that's hard and it's not your fault. But it's also not for me to wipe your tears. But anyway, we're just updating because everybody came at my neck. Like, people were calling me out my name, attacking me all day long. Because all I said was, we don't have no new real source. And y'all are spreading this Chicago Crusader without being critical. There was no critical read there. There were no critical thoughts. And then I was getting attacked by white women who call themselves allies and have BLM in their profiles, who are trying to educate me on the history of lynching. And I was like, wow, you don't say. Is that so? Wow, Black men have been lynched? Yeah, you know why the majority of Black men were lynched? Because of white women like you. Shut the fuck up and get out of my face. I'm never getting monetized, Dr. Hall. I'm never getting monetized.
Never say never. Never say never.
Dr. Hall. All right, and so the final story kind of dovetails into this, right? This idea of spreading things without knowing the full story.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Ian Roberts. Okay. Now, hold on. For those who don't know, I'm gonna show, because people may confuse. All Black people look alike. Hold on, I keep pushing the wrong button. That's what they say, right? All y'all look alike. All right. Ian Roberts. Okay. Everybody recognize this man here. He is in the news because he got popped by ICE. They arrested him. He was a superintendent, popped by ICE for being here undocumented, or as they say, illegally, right? So, okay. Everybody was rushing to defend him because he's a great educator, right?
Great educator.
we're not even gonna lie, because everybody, and I read through the New York Times article. Now, I know that when it comes to Gaza and Israel and stuff, New York Times be on some whatever, but they do actually have some good reporters and have some integrity and stuff. Yeah. This article was written by 3 of their reporters who poured over hundreds of documents related to this case, and this is how they ended up writing this, right? Yeah. People were rushing to defend him because beloved superintendent, beloved educator, known for turning schools around, known for turning districts around, okay? Loved in the communities, always going the extra mile. Everybody that wrote a recommendation about him said that. All the people that they knew said that. Facts are facts are facts. The other stuff, facts are facts are facts. Okay.
Yeah.
So they picked him up saying that he was here illegally, and we all kind of were just like, yeah, this is a stunt. They're trying to make an example out of him. I said to myself, he probably is undocumented. It is what it is. For the most part, they are finding those people, especially the ones that they're making this big deal of, they are undocumented. So whether or not they were working towards things is a different story. They don't actually care about that. It's just you are undocumented.
The system's broken.
Right. And so he's getting arrested, his whole thing. He's got a lot of support. And this is in Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Des Moines. Is it Des Moines or Des Moines? Because I remember going thinking it was Des Moines, and they were like, that's not it. And I remember them saying it was either Des Moines or Des Moines. Well, I don't know. There's an S in there somewhere that I don't know.
Des Moines, I say Des Moines.
Anyway, it's Iowa. It's Whiteowa. Whiteowa. This is a Black man who is superintendent of a public school district in Whiteowa.
Yeah. Deep in the heart of Whitelandia.
Did he really think he was going to be able to do that for a long time? Like, did he think that was going to be a long-lasting career?
I mean, if we got a different president, he'd still be running this game. I mean, I think it's telling that a former Olympic runner thought he could outrun the consequences.
That was a good one.
Rim shot.
So people are just like, and the people are going through his stuff, and it's like, they didn't have no paper. How did he get through? If the only way he could get through is if he had his papers right and everything was legit, and he got hired for all these jobs and he was able to pass through. I said, y'all are dumb. You know how easy it is to get past them damn background checks.
You got to write well, or have
like y'all are not criminal minded. You're not, because
somebody's
I tell
never
you the
forged the document,
naivety,
and you can tell.
like the naivety of these people. You're just like, there's no way he would have made it if he hadn't done. I said, you guys don't know scammers.
No.
Did you not see the Tinder swindler? Like, do you not watch the ID network?
Yep. Also,
I don't understand how people don't watch the ID network.
Yeah.
That's how you see how all the scamming happens.
Mm-hmm.
Your man was scamming from day one.
I mean, day 2, day 3.
Some people are just now first time hearing it. Ian Roberts is a scammer.
He's a little bit of a scammer.
Is it breaking news?
Yeah.
It might be breaking news for our audience.
This is breaking news.
Here's what I thought.
He might have fudged some credentials along the way.
Here's what's bad. When I heard that he got his doctorate from Trinity Online, Trinity International Online, Dr. Hall, you know.
Oh, no.
You know, Dr. Hall, my first time, but I said I'm going to be quiet because they always say that I'm hating on black men. I hate black men. I want to tear black men down. But like day 2, I found out that his doctorate is from Trinity International University Online. I said, oh my God, I bet he's in my Facebook group. It ain't nothing but them online doctorate folks on there faking the funk. But the problem is that he used to say that his doctorate was from Morgan State. So some of his papers say that he got a doctorate at Morgan State. Others don't. Okay.
Yep.
He got caught for that and he did get caught early on in his career. And they were like, nah, you can't keep saying that. So he ended up getting this online doctorate.
He's like, my bad. I'll just take it off.
In 2021. And so that's when he was like, well, I guess I got to go do it. So as a scammer, he went to like one of the easiest things he could do, one of these online scam schools, paid a few $1,000s and got his doctorate. So once I heard Trinity International University Online, I said, this nigga's a scammer. Can't wait to see what comes out. So I kept silent. You guys know, if you go look at my timeline, you don't see much on there about Ian Roberts, because I looked at him with his ponytail with the braids and the nigga like 50 years old. I knew something was up with him. I said, he don't look right. You don't look right. Why you the superintendent and you looking like a basketball player?
Making $30,000 a year.
So come to find out, that nigga has lied about where he was born, where he has lived. He told some people he was born in New York City. Some people he told he was born in Guyana. And at one time he said he was born in, I think, 1980 and then 1983 or something like that. He's got 2 different birth years. Or 1970 versus 1973. I think that's what it is. I don't remember.
They were born.
I don't know. When he was running for Guyana in the Olympics or whatever, he had to fill out paperwork that had him like 3 years younger than what the other was. So all his paperwork, he's got all these different ages, all these different locations of birth. He fudged his degrees, where he got his degrees from. He never finished his
MIT
program
for a little while.
He said that he got a master's degree from MIT. He's never been enrolled there. Said he won DC Teacher of the Year, never won any award.
Which MIT are you thinking of? It might be a different MIT.
I'm thinking Massachusetts Institution of Technology.
Not that one. It's a different
that's the only one that I know.
No. There's other MITs out there. You just, it's just not.
Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So listen.
Mohican.
They said he was in his early 20s. They said he came to the United States on a visitor's visa in 1994. He traveled in and out of the country and was arrested in 1996 on drug charges, and in 1998 an unauthorized use of a vehicle. Now here's the thing: when you get a visa to come to this country and then you start going back and forth, you get flagged. Because they're like, what are you doing? You look like a trafficker. So in the subsequent times that he tried to apply to become a citizen, they kept rejecting him. They rejected him every time because he had this record, he had this history, and he was going back and forth. So we are going to give him that love. He did try.
He tried his level best. He just wanted to work in this country.
Right. So he got a student visa from 99 to that let him stay until 2004. And he had gotten his bachelor's degree in Coppin State at 98. Then he went to St. John's, and that's where he got his master's degree. He did that in 2000. So he still had the visa that was going to let him be here till 2004.
Yes.
2001, he applied to be a permanent resident, but he got turned down.
Dang it.
Okay. He's living in New York at this time.
He was doing this.
So then he goes back to Baltimore, and he got to be a teacher. And he worked as a teacher for 5 years before he became a principal. That is fast tracking. You know why he became a principal? Because they put him in charge of a school that was pretty much on its last legs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? So his paperwork didn't matter really. It didn't really matter then. They found someone willing
they needed a warm
to
body.
take that school.
Mm-hmm.
They needed a body. So somebody somewhere turned their little eye
and
was like,
you want to do it.
He want to do it.
Yeah.
We're going to let him do it, right?
So
that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But he was good. They said he had incredible energy, tremendous rapport with the kids. Right away, the dynamic and interaction with the community began to change. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then your man left for there. Then he went to Anacostia, which is in a neighborhood of DC. He got that school to get more AP classes. Your man is doing good work.
He was doing good work on the ground. On the ground.
Good job.
Yeah.
This is clearly something he want to do, something he cares about.
Right.
Okay.
Deeply about.
Then he went to St. Louis for 3 years. So the first thing I start thinking, why are you moving around so damn much?
Well,
you're running from the law.
Well,
you running from the law. Why are you moving around so much?
Don't stay in one place too long, man. They might get you. They might get you.
They might get you.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got married in 2017 to a citizen. So at least he's got that connection.
He trying.
For the last 8 years. Well,
they turned him down again.
But after they got married, he tried to get 1 year work authorizations, they said. He tried to get a green card again. They were all denied. They did not want him here. They're like, and I think
somebody want him here, but the government don't want him here.
I think that's because he ran against them in the Olympics. I think that's one. Honestly, what it is. All right.
Can't have it.
He didn't get past first round, but still. So anyway, he leaves the DMV and heads to PA, Erie, PA. No, he went to St. Louis. Then at the St. Louis, he goes to Erie, PA. Okay, now Erie, PA, Western Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. All right, but they liked him over there. He told them he was an American citizen.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
I've been here long enough.
He told them, I'm an American citizen. So he lied. The paperwork lied, y'all.
I mean,
he knew he wasn't. And the thing is, when he got that job, a few months later is when his authorization to work expired. Your man been living dirty since your man been on the run. So your man is making $286,000 a year, Dr. Hall.
Living pretty good. A job nobody else wants.
Superintendent.
Yeah. Highest job in the school system.
He's not unskilled, Dr. Hall.
No, at this point, he's got experience.
He's got a bachelor's from an HBCU. He's got a master's from a state school. And then
he made up a doctorate.
You don't really need the doctorate to do all of that. Like he was doing it without the doctorate, wasn't he? He lied about the doctorate, but he was doing the work without it.
Yeah.
And he was great at it.
Doing something.
Was doing something. Yeah. Because all his reviews, they went through, they said all his recommendations and stuff.
He showed up to work every day.
He showed up to work, not only just showed up to work every day, he would show up at people's homes if they needed help. Dr. Hall is what we're saying. Yeah, Community liked him. Joe Clark. Remember Joe Clark? Joe Clark had some unethical methods too.
Yeah.
But them people graduated from Fair East Side singing "Sometime in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow." That's all he was trying to do was get them to sing a song.
Yeah.
He just wanted them to sing a song. Here come La Migra. Because it's a black man in Whiteowa, and they didn't want him having that power.
Couldn't have
So what? He might have changed his name. So what? We don't know where he was born. We don't even know what year he was born in. It's okay.
Y'all don't even like y'all's kids. He wants.
So what? He lied about his degrees. Yeah. Are the kids happy?
Kids was happy.
Do they have more AP classes? Did the GPAs go up? Did the test scores go up, Dr. Hall?
They did.
They did. Because he was good at what he did.
Hey, He got some people graduated. There's some people in college right now because of that man.
And you know what? Some of these standards is bougie anyway.
Right.
Your fancy ass PhD, my fancy ass PhD, bougie.
It is, to be honest, to be perfectly honest.
Bougie.
Yeah, I think
should not be required if you good at your job.
You do the thing. You just do the thing every day.
Your man been doing this job for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm. In the trenches. The worst.
Man makes a good point. He was doing a better job than those moms for liberty appointed hoes. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Fair East
Your
Side.
man was a scammer. Your man is a scammer. He knows he's a scammer.
A little bit of scam. I mean,
a little bit. Half a piece of scam.
Yeah. So I was born in West Virginia. And when people ask me, I say I'm from Cincinnati, because what's the point of bringing up? Like, I spent the bottom 13 years in West Virginia. Like, what's the point of bringing up I might have been born somewhere else? At this point, I'm an American citizen. What else is there to say? Like, we don't even need to think about it. Why are you complicating the hit?
You're from West Virginia.
I'm from West Virginia, yes. I was born in West Virginia.
Everybody, I just want you to look at a black representation of somebody from, West Virginia.
Yeah, black Appalachians.
They exist.
Yes.
Black West Virginians exist.
There's like 18
Some people
of us.
may not realize that. They just think that white people that, that don't care about DNA mixing,
Right. I mean, there are some of those there. But when people ask, I just say I'm from Cincinnati. What's the point of bringing up the past? At this point, like, why I got to explain, okay, so I was in and out of the country a few times, and then I finally came back and got married, but they still won't give me my papers. So rather than get into the sauce of all that, just, I'm an American citizen. Give me the job. You know you want me.
I just think that this is a very nuanced situation, okay? Like, if the citizenship wasn't the issue, then it's just straight up like, hey, do you want to find out that you're somebody responsible for your child's education
might be lying,
has been lying about their credentials or whatever? But then you look and he actually has the credentials. He just zhushed it up a little bit. He wanted St. John's. He didn't think St. John's sounded good enough.
Bring a
little sauce on it. He said MIT, little sauce.
MIT.
But he got the master's in education.
Which MIT are you thinking about? Are you thinking about Michigan? Is that what you're thinking? Not that one, but I got an MIT degree.
I was not thinking, when I said MIT, I did not mean the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
No, that's not what I was saying. No, I was saying.
Missionary Interest Tech. That's what I was talking about. Missionary Interest Tech.
Right. We've all judged our resume for a job. All of us. Most of us.
I haven't.
Never.
Yeah. But my first job was as a teaching assistant at Columbia University, Teachers College. So.
No, we haven't all learned to embellish our credentials a little bit.
Not actually on that, but no, I hear what you're saying though. I hear like, there's certain things you don't put on your resume because you don't want people to know that you did that shit. I get it. Like,
worked at Arby's.
Who hasn't?
Why would you bring that up?
Who hasn't? So it's I also understand why a person would do that. A person like him with precarious immigration status, he tried many times. It is not like your man was hiding out in the dark. As they said they're confused because he's like out in the public. He didn't think he was doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's showing up and he's trying to apply for citizenship. Probably like, if I just keep applying, keep trying to make the case or whatever, then I'll get the opportunity. He's not thinking he's doing anything wrong. What he did wrong was lie about his citizenship status on his job applications. But can you understand why? I'm not saying that he's right.
No, we're not justifying.
But I also and I'm just speaking contextually because personally I'm against all this immigration shit. I think anybody could come here if they want. I don't actually care.
Very stupid.
And that's how, and again, that's kind of coloring my thought, Dr. I was like, I'm just like, I don't believe in these borders and all of this stuff anyway. But if we're working within their parameters, right, you can understand why somebody with a precarious immigration status would lie to be able to get ahead. But your man got ahead like more than $286,000 a year salary is what your man was making.
He was doing all right.
And now it's gone. I hope he saved some of it.
Like that. Like, ooh.
It's like, because first they took him off the job and gave him paid. Then it was unpaid, and then
it was like, wait, we look back over some records, and some things ain't looking.
And the white people turned on him because he had white people out there like championing him, protesting for him, showing up for him, and all this stuff. Now they are all angry. They hate him. They feel blindsided. They feel
Man
swindled.
still did
They
his
feel
job.
stuck.
Man still did his job. Man was the
And
same,
so-
same guy who was supporting your children on Tuesday is the same guy he was after his arrest. And yet,
I just think it's a
paperwork.
cautionary tale, Dr. Hall, about,
What?
you know, kind of like the Trey Reed thing, people spreading information and it's
Mhm.
before they have the whole story or before they have more facts.
Reacting
Because
emotionally?
immediately people rushed and were just rushed. I mean, and so a lot of white allies or social justice warriors, oh my God, they coming after this man because he's black. And then and I was like, yeah, okay. The man is from Guyana. Oh, there could be something else going on there, y'all. And then they said, doctorate from Trinity International University. I said, oh, he did it.
No.
He did it. He
Biased.
did it.
You're biased.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us this
fun.
evening. I'll be back on Friday, probably, unless something else comes up and I got something to do. But I'll be back Friday. Thank you all so very much. If you enjoyed tonight, feel free to hit that Cash App, hit that Venmo, support your girl. You can hit that PayPal, contact at femjones.com. And then finally, I just want to remind everybody, check out the merch. feministajones.com/merch. Since the last show, I've added new products. We got AirPod cases. We've got more phone cases, long sleeve shirts, more hats. We've got other things, and we've got more wrapping paper. The holiday season is coming up. I got a couple more designs I'm dropping soon. So I'm hoping that you all will check it out. Bookmark it, come back and support. I do this for the love of what we're, of our survival. I do this for the love of political discourse. I do this for the love of free speech. I appreciate how you all support me every time I come. And, sometimes people will send me $3 and I love that $3.
Hey.
You know what I can do with $3, Dr.
bit.
Hall?
What do you do
That's
with $3?
money.
That's
I can
money.
do some stuff with $3.
Put it in your pocket.
I go right to Royal Farm. That's a couple of wings over there. I'm good. So I appreciate every little bit that you all give me. And I love you all. And I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to end the stream.
About
I
that
love
time.
you. Bye. Okay.